Hi. I want to spend a few minutes telling you about my new book. It's called ENOCH Walked with God. It's a children's book about the biblical character Enoch, who's a fascinating and mysterious figure in the Bible. The Bible doesn't really say very much about Enoch. In fact, most of what it does say, I've included here in this opening page in the book here. The title of my book comes from Genesis chapter 5, which reads, "So all the days of Enoch were 365 years, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him." I remember the first time I read that thinking, well, that's strange. I wonder what that means. But the Hebrews writer in Hebrews 11 fleshes this out for us a little bit when he writes, "By faith Enoch was taken away so that he did not see death, and was not found, because God had taken him. For before he was taken, he had this testimony, that he pleased God." So from Hebrews we learn what the Bible means when it says Enoch walked with God is, in one sense, literally that he just walked into heaven to be with God. He didn't have to die. He's on the very short list of people who haven't had to die. But also what we learn from Hebrews is, when Enoch walked with God, it means that he loved God in a way that few people have. So his life must have been characterized by qualities like courage, humility, gentleness, faithfulness. And so what I've done is, in this book, I've tried to imagine some of the ways that Enoch might have walked with God while he was on earth before he walked with God literally into heaven. The text of the book is a poem which I wrote. That took me about maybe 2 weeks. And the paintings, I did the paintings myself as well. They're acrylic. There are 37 pages in the book total. And the paintings took me about 1.5 years to do. So if you keep watching, what I'm going to do next is I'll show you some scanned images of the paintings so you can get a closer look at them. And I'll also be reading some of the poem to you so that you can hear that. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy, and God bless you. Before the flood, in ancient days, when giants walked the land, there was a man of gentle ways, with kindness in his hand. His name was Enoch, and his tent was where the willows nod, but home was everywhere he went, for Enoch walked with God. The wisdom in his patient eyes was always deep in thought, inspiring others to be wise and listen when he taught. But he was always learning too, and humbly he would nod when others taught him what they knew. For Enoch walked with God. He loved to pray to God who sends the warming light of dawn, and watch the river where it bends until the light was gone. And then he walked along its banks, where willows gently nod, to see the stars and offer thanks, for Enoch walked with God.